much as I love the premium colouring supplies, I do also love finding budget-friendly colouring supplies, which I know a lot of you do too. So today I am sharing an exciting Kmart Australian haul with you, packed with affordable colouring goodies because, let's just say, I couldn't help myself. So, hello lovely colouring friends. My name's Amanda and this is my channel, Amanda Colours. And if you love adult colouring, hauls and creative inspiration, make sure to subscribe. This is my little friend Emerald and she loves to come on and share little fun facts with you. And she wanted me to let you know that Kmart Australia was one of the first discount department stores in the country. And it's actually been around since 1969 and is now famous for its affordable homewares and craft supplies. And I actually have heard that the wife of the man who started Kmart, or the man who currently runs Kmart, is very into crafting, which is why we have such good craft supplies now. So I'll be unboxing and testing some markers. I have a colouring book and we'll just jump in and have a look. So I'm going to start with the only colouring book I have, but this is a Coco Wyo colouring book, and yes, I got it from Kmart. So Kmart is now stocking the Coco Wyo books that they are publishing with Penguin. So these books have better quality paper. They they're actually published, they're not just Amazon printed. So I might just zoom in a bit. Yeah, so this is called Cozy Corner, and I previously bought Cozy Christmas and then Cozy Cuties, which you can see on other videos on the channel. I will try and remember to link to those. But yes, it is so exciting to be able to get these kinds of books in Kmart, because previously we only had, apart from, I don't know, I just never really loved the colouring books that I found in Kmart, to be honest. I would buy them, get excited for them, never colour in them, and end up giving them to someone else or donating them to an op shop or whatever. But these books I love. So as I said, they're the thicker paper, they're single-sided, but they're just adorable. Adorable little, I love the pigs. Little scenes to colour in. Perfect for markers. But you probably want to get in quick because they have been selling out every time they get a new Coco Wyo book. And this only just came out a couple of days ago. I actually pre-ordered it. So you want to get in there quick, either in store or online. I've noticed on social media some people are buying like 5 or 6 at a time, I'm guessing for friends and things. So yeah, keep your eye out. And thank you to the lovely subscriber who told me that they were available for pre-order. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to be checking back more regularly. So that's the colouring book. And then I have a bunch of markers. So let's look at these ones first. These are the Anko pigment markers. It's a 24 pack and it comes with a 2mm brush tip. And it says they are high quality markers with intense colour pigment, permanent, fast drying, smudge free and fade resistant, perfect for artworks, multimedia, colouring and lettering. So let me just see. Oh, good. It says once dry, colours can be overlapped to create a layered effect. So that's pretty cool. It doesn't say if they are water-based or alcohol-based. So let's give it a try. Got my little smudgy paper. Okay, so let's go with purple because I'm loving purple right now. So this is our marker. It says Anko pigment marker brush tip. They're only single-sided markers. There's no color name or anything like that. Oh, okay, they're a bit stiff to get off. And there we have our brush tip. Let's go over here. I think they might be water-based. But they go on pretty smoothly. I'm trying to get the paper apart so I can have a look. Yeah, I would say they're water-based because it's not really, it's ghosting through, but it's not like alcohol marker bleed through. Okay, so let's try doing a bit of a blend. See if we can blend these three colors together. I might zoom you in a bit closer. Okay, let's go. It does say to layer them when they're dry, but let's just try. Okay, they do layer quite well. Those two colors are much closer, obviously, so it's let's see if, okay, so I'm starting to, they're definitely water-based. I'm starting to, the paper's starting to pill, which is probably why they recommend waiting until it is dry to overlay them. But that's not too bad. Very cool. Let's try, this is a bit dry. Let's try layering this one. Now, you're never going to get really great layering with water-based markers just because of the nature of them. You don't get the smooth transition that you get with alcohol markers. So you can see I have overlapped there, so you kind of get an in-between color, but you still get that hard line from the end of the purple there. Now, because these colors are closer together, like these two have blended really, really well. This one isn't as good, but it's not bad. It's really not bad. And the colors are vibrant, which is what it claims they are, which is great. So from memory, this was only $10 or $12 for the 24 markers. I will have links to everything in the description, which is very cool. So I'm going to turn that over because I have these fun markers to share. So they're $5 a packet, and I've actually, this is a replacement packet because one of these markers I've actually already completely used up. They're so fun to use, but they don't seem to last very long. But they're mixed colors markers. So it says, let the tips touch and mix the colors. So I was very intrigued by this. If you touch the tips together, it starts to give you gradients of color. They are alcohol based. Each packet also has a colorless blender, which is this white marker on the end here. And I have purchased the pink and purple, what's this one? I think that's the vibrant colors. This is the pastel colors, and then we have pinks and yellows and oranges. I do feel like there should be a blue pack. Maybe I just didn't think to add it to my cart. Okay, anyway, I'm going to show you how they work because they're a lot of fun. So the other thing I noticed with the pack that I have been using that's replacing, this is the replacement for, is the brush tips do fray very easily. So I mean, they're cheap markers, so you can only do what you can do. I mean, you can only expect so much from a cheap marker. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that I've worked out how to use these. So this is a little bit frayed before I've even started using it, but anyway. All right, ooh, I just drew on the table. So what you do is you hold the two tips together, and I'm going to be using the darker one, and I'm actually kind of going all the way around the tip, and you can start to see the color transferring onto the other nib. So hopefully you can see that. It's a little bit pinker on the end there. So then if we start to color, you get a beautiful gradient. And if I turn it back to a different side, I should be able to sort of start to get... Now this really isn't the best paper. I probably should have chosen better paper because this is very, very textured. But yeah, you kind of start to get the gradient going. Now, I found this a bit frustrating when you're actually doing like a background or a sky or something, because you can't kind of replicate the exact gradient every time when you're coloring a larger area. So what I started to do was use the colorless blender, which actually has a bullet tip. And I put that down first, particularly if you want to fade to white or fade to the page. This is a really good way to do it. This might have a bit of the other color on it, but I'm going to start in that section and then come down a bit and then go back in with this purple up the other way. And you kind of just go back and forth. So I'm going to come back in with this color, and they sort of start to eat away at each other, the colors, and they start to give you these blends. And if I bring this down on top again, it will lighten it. One thing I will say is it is very difficult to be neat with these markers, partly because they are so juicy, and that is because of the consistency of the ink. It is, I mean, it's what you want and what you need for really good blending. But yeah, it's very difficult to keep it neat when you're trying to go around other objects in your coloring. But look at how cool that is. Like, I just think that's so cool, the way it's bleeding into the clear alcohol there. And you kind of can get some cool tie-dye effects. So it's been so much fun playing with these markers. So that's mostly how I've been using them, rather than actually touching the tips together, which is sort of what they're created for. But yeah, so much fun. And the fact that they're $5 is pretty cool. So let's have a look at some of these colors. This looks really pretty. Let's see if we can get it to blend with this pink here. They do blend pretty well. But as you can see, if you keep layering it, you can kind of get better and better blends. So I'm going to have a bunch of colorless blenders, and I'm going to do a video on how these can be used, because I think a lot of people really just don't know how to use the colorless blenders. So there's lots of ways you can use them. I actually have only started using them fairly recently. I used to kind of think, well, what's the point? But I've discovered a few techniques, so that's a lot of fun. Yeah, so we've got our different colors here. I'll have to go back online and see if there is like a blue pack or like a blue-green pack, because I feel like there should be, to round it all out a bit. But speaking of blues, I also purchased the other colors for these brush markers, so the glitter brush markers. I purchased a green pack, which I shared in my last haul, which I will link up in the description, and they're so glittery and fun. I loved them, so I had to go back and get the other colors. So let's have a bit of a play with these. So as you can see, there's a range of beautiful colors, and there are greens as well, which I don't have in the studio with me at the moment, but yeah, so much fun. Now these ones are the type that you have to click the end in order to get the paint or the ink to come down. So let's do that. And you can see straight away the color is starting to come down. Okay, oopsie. You do have to be careful when you are first starting off with these, because they are a bit messy when you first start off with them. Okay, that's very pretty. And we have a little bit of shimmer. I'm going to get some different paper. This is just some normal printer copy paper. I'm using the back of something that I printed. So let's have a look with this. yeah, immediately better. Okay, it's not super shiny. There is shine to it. Hopefully you can see that. Let's try one of the others. Let's try this dark blue. Whoa. Again, be careful with your when you're starting it off. Can you see that? That's got a really pretty blue shimmer to it. Yeah, that's really pretty. Yeah, lots of fun. It says soft fiber brush, a dazzling glitter effect, water-based ink and professional quality. It gives you the instructions on how to get the ink flowing. The glitter brush marker, again, it is actually like a paintbrush with the separate bristles. It's not like a foam brush or a felt brush. But yeah, so pretty. Great for adding details to your pages. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's pretty too. It's got like a green shimmer shift. Really, really pretty. So with all of these kinds of markers, it's always best to store them laying down flat horizontally. If you're storing your brushes, your markers vertically, they are more likely to go dry and run out and for you to have issues with them. So I'll probably just be keeping these in a pencil case that I have. And yeah, so much fun. I just think that it's yeah, I love when you find something that is affordable and that is fun and effective and all those sorts of things. Have you tried any Kmart colouring products? I know lots of us out there have. If you have, let me know any finds that you've like just really, really loved. Unfortunately, Kmart does seem to turn over their products quite frequently, which sometimes is frustrating because you might find something that you love and then by the time you've used it up and want a replacement, it's actually no longer in stock. So that can be quite frustrating. I'd love to know any finds that you have that you've really loved from Kmart. And if they're a current product, I might just check them out and you might see them in my next haul. So that is a little bit of my, it is my Kmart haul of some colouring products. Hopefully you found this interesting and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.